fix it when you tell her.
Yeah, well, this is everybody's punishment for not paying as close attention as they should be. Anyway, hi. Fuck Valentine's Day.
Oh, uh, welcome to Alpha Wit Thursdays. Um, that was Alpha. I'm Wit.
What's up?
And joining that voice is our guest for the Valentine's Day stream. This is my girlfriend, Kurogabe. We call her Kuro, or Rissa, because I cannot remember to use our aliases online. And today...
And one day I will be murdered.
Yeah, well, you won't mind that much.
I'm starting to mind a little bit.
Alright, so
I
let's
mean, that's like the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
I have said that before.
Oh, man.
Anyway, tonight, because it's Valentine's and we are in between projects, we're going to do a one-off of a game that Alpha found by going on, abandonware.com and Google searching the word love.
Somewhere about that.
And found this weird mess.
It is
And
called...
we're very excited about it.
Yes, it is called Love's Fiery Imbroglio. And from the screenshots we've seen, y'all are in for a treat tonight.
Not graphically, it just looks like this. It's text-based, it's from 1988. But the writing is something. So, without further ado, let's do this garbage.
Use your fucking imaginations, kids.
I love hot garbage.
Let's see. Questionnaire and envelope. Are you telling me I have to have a printer? And this isn't gonna pick up any modern printer.
No. We'll try. Whatever it is, I want it. Whatever it's going to make you have, I want the thing.
I want to frame it.
No, we have to mail it to whoever wants us to, whoever it goes to.
Well,
Can
here's...
you imagine getting something from this game that's like 30 years old?
Well, if I'm sure the publisher is, long out of business, but I want them to still get this letter.
Well, here's what I'm gonna...
Imagine whoever is at that address just getting this.
Oh, yeah, the
and
business
having
that's there
no
now.
idea what's going on.
Hell yeah.
Love's Fiery Imbroglio question list. Oh, no, that's not it.
What art is your background?
I told you, yeah.
Aww.
Yes, Kurogabe is the one who drew the Moon family portrait that Alpha has as background.
Yeah, but nobody else can see it because only anybody can see the DOSBox window.
Sadly.
That's okay, though. While I'm looking for this...
Yeah, he doesn't have it as that display. But we can see it, you and me.
I completely forgot you told me about that, but I remember now that you mention it.
They look so happy.
Yeah, sorry, world. You're not that privileged.
If you want to commission Kuro to draw art for you, contact us somehow and we'll put you in touch. Her rates are very reasonable. She draws adorable little chibi cartoons, and sometimes not as chibi cartoons.
Have your money ready, kids. I'm only going to take 60 more seconds on this, and I will find it afterward if I can't get there.
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to ruin the experience, we don't have to print out whatever direct orders from Satan is hidden within this game, but if we can, I'm super curious.
Well, that's probably going to have to come at a later time. I am not going to sit here and...
tell us.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and...
There's gotta be... There can't be any information on this game.
That's what you think, but the internet is infinite.
Yes.
In its knowledge of things we ought not know.
Love's Fiery Imbroglio
By Natasha Mirage.
Mirage.
The torrid tale of what could turn out to be the perfect date. Oh, I strongly doubt that.
Miss Mirage, I have my doubts.
Yeah, not with this group.
I mean, I'm sure it's perfect for somebody.
Well...
She's got an address.
Canada. Oh, boy.
Oh, she's trying to pull back.
You know what? I am going to...
Montreal,
You know what? I am going to shoot a quick message to my server because I want Solar to see this.
If Solar's around, I will lose my mind. I would love for them to be a part of this.
All right.
They don't usually join, but this would be right up their alley.
Okay.
This is a direct prequel to Dream Daddy. Not many people know that.
Okay. The troops have been notified. Here we go.
It's true.
Okay, now let me ask you a few questions so I can make this story a little more personal. Remember to press the enter key after you type in... Oh, shut up.
Wow. They tell you where the enter key is on your keyboard.
It's located to the right of the letter keys and is sometimes marked with an arrow with the tail bent upwards.
It's so old.
That's amazing.
Oh my god. All right. What do we call ourselves?
Kuralfawit. K-U-R-A. Alpha. You probably could have gotten away with your PH. This looks like it will give us as many letters as we want.
Yeah, it looks like it.
It sure will.
Oh! It hasn't learned to limit people.
Well, here we go. Kuralfawit.
Chibi's here.
Now you get to choose what your date's name will be. I suggest you pick a name that sounds mysterious and romantic. What is her name going to be?
Well,
They present it. Well, we'll get to that screen in a minute. We saw the screenshot, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Pick a name.
Any name, and please tell us what it is. Solar just got an ad for condoms.
Welcome, Solar.
Oh, Solar. I wanted you here in particular because this pile of shit right here was written by a Canadian woman.
Direct prequel to Dream Daddy, I've decided.
Yeah.
Let's call her Daddy.
Our date's name is Daddy.
Oh, no. What are you...
Yeah.
You know what you're doing here, right?
Yes.
Oh, God. In what city does this story take place?
Montreal, because that's where the lady's from who wrote this.
Okay. A girl's name. Oh, boy.
Alice.
Alice?
Good name.
By the way, yeah, here's that screenshot. By the way, the story will be a straight encounter. The fuck it will.
You know, boy meets girl. But there's not... What if we say... Because they ask you, is a straight encounter what you're looking for? What happens when we say no?
Say no. Say no.
Oh, well, maybe I'll write a non-straight story next time. Wait a sec, I'm getting an idea already. It will be entitled The Joy of Socks. It will be an exciting foray into the mysterious world of footwear fanciers. Imagine the fun of snuggling up to some nice woolly slippers, getting kinky with a new pair of sandals, having your way with freshly buffed loafers.
Gay foot fetishists are losing their fucking minds.
Yep, I'll start writing that story right away. Well, not right away. I just noticed a saucy, bewitching pair of boots under my sofa. I'll get back to you. And,
This woman is bananas, and I am intrigued.
we just got game overed.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That was quick.
Okay, I'm looking this lady up on Twitter.
Oh, dear. Well, back to it.
That was the easiest game over I've ever gotten.
His name is going to be Daddy. We're going to do this in Montreal. The girl's name was Alice. And it seems we have no choice but to say yes here.
I am a hostage of the heteronormative lifestyle.
Are we male or female?
Now I'm confused. I thought...
I'm guessing the protagonist is a guy if you pick female and a girl if you pick male. So you know what? You know what? We could fabricate if we pick male, I bet.
I want to be male and I want to call her Daddy.
Weird.
Who was it that you said had, was a daddy?
Oh, it's another game over, look.
Oh, Haley Kyoko.
This story is
Hey,
supposed to be
supposed to be for gals. Go away. You wouldn't want to read it anyway. It's all about knitting. Wow, this...
Game
I
over.
didn't realize this was going to be so difficult.
Wow, we are bad at this.
We're totally batting
I'm too
it
gay
down.
for this game.
We're batting 1,000, aren't we? Okay, take 3.
Her alphabet.
Her alphabet. Daddy.
Daddy.
Montreal.
Montreal.
Alice. Yes.
Fine, yes, straight. Fine, Merladies.
It's a dreary day in Montreal. You stand at the window and watch the rain splattering against the glass. Nothing's going right today. You nicked yourself quite badly while shaving your legs, and you ruined a good pair of nylons. That'll teach you to shave with your nylons on.
It's
Rain.
a joke.
Rain, rain, rain. What's the use? Turning around, you spot a big pile of laundry that you've been trying to avoid. The hangers in your closet are conspicuously bare of clothing. What a depressing day. So what do we do?
Do they want the honest answer or the responsible answer?
Does it matter?
Yeah. Okay. Are we creating a character, or are we trying to decide like this is how I would react in these situations?
Whatever you fancy, I guess. And hey, Bella, good to see you.
Because my ass is staring out the window.
Yeah.
Stare out the window?
If I had nothing else going on, I would do my laundry, but I'm probably gonna keep looking out the window.
Okay. Suddenly, the phone rings. Who could that be, you wonder? Since it's not likely that you'll be able to figure it out without actually asking, you lift the receiver and say,
Oh, are we doing a parf? Okay, give me a second.
I just shoved ice cream in her mouth, sorry.
I mean, what's wrong with answering the phone with food in your mouth? Surely you're not the first person in history to have ever done that.
Don't eat carrots on the phone. Hello?
Hello. His voice seems confident and self-assured, but you get the feeling that he is maybe a little bit fretful.
Who is this?
You ask. You're certainly entitled to ask such a question. After all, it isn't every day a girl gets a confident, self-assured, hello. Maybe this guy is a confident, self-assured nut. There's a pause. Fellow seems to be at a loss. Perhaps his notes don't cover that kind of response. But he forges ahead. Hi, my... Oh. God help me. I gotta do this, don't I?
Read it, you coward.
Hi, my name is Daddy. A friend of mine gave me your number. He said that he thought you and I should get together. Are you free tonight?
I have a feeling that if we hang up the phone, we'll get game overed.
Yeah, so...
I guess we gotta go with B.
I guess so. Marvelous, he exclaims. Is 6 o'clock okay with you?
Yeah, 6 is fine.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. So he's going to be here at 6 o'clock. You frantically tidy up your place, throwing the worst of the junk into a closet, and hoping you won't have to go back in there for some reason. Now what?
Shower.
Shower.
We are on a schedule.
Are you nuts? Didn't you see Psycho? But you take a shower anyway. The hot, stinging blast of water revives and invigorates you, mind and body. Meanwhile, a crazed killer with a foot-long knife is lurking. But that's okay. He's next door. Not only do you enjoy your shower, but you get to read a very interesting story in the paper the very next day.
And this was the line that made me think that we had to play this game.
Sucks to be my neighbors.
You towel yourself off, then wipe off the mirror to stare at your face. 1,000 questions are banging around in your head. You can't see that in the mirror, but so you'll have to take my word for it. What'll he be like? Will he like me? Will he like my face? Will I like him? Will I like his face? What'll I be like? Will it like me? Will he?
What?
Luckily for you, you bought a new outfit just yesterday. You know it makes you look good. Emphasizing the bits that need emphasizing and pushing, pulling, slimming, trimming, and generically sprucing up the other parts. It's daring without being saucy, respectable without being stodgy, fashionable without being outrageous. So, have you got a picture of that outfit firmly in your mind?
Babe, can you picture the perfect outfit?
Yes.
We can. Okay. Good. That means I don't have to describe it. I haven't a clue how any outfit could be all those things. If you can picture it, maybe you should consider a job in the fashion industry. Still steaming a little, you give yourself the once-over. Legs shaved, eyebrows plucked, all systems go. You check your purse for all the essentials. Tissues, 3 shades of lipstick, sundry powders and sprays, tour guide of Leningrad. How'd that get in there? All the necessary feminine supplies, including a monkey wrench. Gotta remember to return that.
Monkey is important.
Questions.
Staggering a little under the weight, you deposit your purse by the door. Suddenly there's a knock. What now?
It sounds like we're ready.
We gotta keep him in suspense. Be there in a minute.
Okay. Like you ever kept me in suspense.
And here
You're
I
not
just
a man.
and here I just realized between the call and the chat, I am literally the only male here.
Yep.
I am outnumbered 5-on-1. 10-on-1.
This is how women feel every day.
10-on-1 if you ask the right people. But anyway. So what are we saying?
Be there in a minute.
Be there in a minute. Hastily tossing on a bathrobe, you open the door.
Wait a minute. I thought...
We haven't gotten dressed yet.
Oh, I didn't know that.
A pimply-faced delivery boy thrusts a bouquet of roses into your hand and then trundles off. Amongst the dozen deep red roses, you notice a white rose with a note attached.
Red and white roses together mean unity in the language of flowers. I just read this in a fanfic. That's why I know that. Anyway, I think we should read the note.
You think so?
Yeah, also the roses would totally clog the toilet.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
So here's what the note says. Just from our brief conversation, I feel that you are the kind of girl who stands out from the crowd. I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight. I have a fine restaurant in mind. Do you like continental cuisine? Carry this rose with you tonight if the answer is yes.
I think that is a fancy word for French.
Oh.
Because every place is a continent. It's probably not continental Australian, you know? I think.
Well, what does a continental breakfast mean?
I don't know why they called it that.
I don't even know.
But it just means muffins.
Pretty much.
I do love muffins.
I like French and Italian food. I say yes to the rose.
Well, feet,
Yeah, let's go.
Wings on feet, song and heart. Here we go. At precisely 6 o'clock, knock, knock, knock.
Open the door.
Here we go. You open the door. Standing before you is a demigod. Let me describe this hunk. Daddy is just a tad over 6 feet tall, with wavy, sandy-colored hair and sparkling blue eyes. He looks trim and marvelously fit and is sporting a perfect tan. Something tells you, without even looking, he's probably got a great ass, too. All this hits you
It says
in
great buns, Alpha.
ass.
Very popular in the 80s.
It's 2019. Ass.
He's got buns, hun.
He's got honey buns.
Aroused by the sounds of it.
All of that hits you in the first half second. During the next second, you quickly assess his attire. He's wearing a sharp, dark blue shirt with a subtle pattern to the weave. Goes well with his tie, light and dark blue stripes, and his shirt, the palest azure with tiny black pinstripes. You become conscious that he's using this slight pause to size you up as well. You feel you should say something, but you've got to check one last thing. Ah, yes.
Stare to scratch. Stare to scratch.
Ah, yes. His socks go well with his shoes.
What is this lady in shoes?
Yeah.
Hello, Coralphawit. You smile. What a wonderful voice he has. He sounds much better in person. There's that same self-assurance, but you sense a profound gentleness in him. But you can't lose your cool. You try to look unaffected by his charms. You step aside and say...
Oh, come in. I'm almost ready.
He sweeps gracefully by you. Is this guy something or what? Oh boy.
He's okay.
He's okay.
He's okay? Merely okay?
You're talking to two gold star lesbians?
Well, there's still hope. Yeah, right. Let's see what happens next. We have not seen Alice just
We
yet.
haven't met Alice yet, but we are not Alice.
As he sweeps by you, you catch a whiff of his aftershave. Now, how on earth did he know to pick that particular fragrance? There's something about that aftershave that brings back those kinds of memories. Memories you didn't even know you had. Something primordial, perhaps? You become aware that you're standing there inhaling a lot. Daddy looks at you curiously.
Ugh.
Oh, well, just... Oh, no, that's you. That's you.
This is awful. Just sit down on the couch. I'll be with you just a bit.
You retreat to the washroom and do a last-minute appraisal. Every hair in place? Good. Makeup hunky-dory? Good. What else? Maybe one extra teensy little spritz of perfume? There. You're perfection itself. What a lucky guy he is. Oh, my.
Oh, I don't like the look on Kuro's face.
Is this gonna get...
Take me, you beast!
This gonna get...
Neighbors, please shout less.
Is this gonna get good or what?
I think we have to go with A.
Whoa, Karalphawit, too fast, too fast. Take your time. The night's still young. Now, calm down. Shut that door again. Take a deep breath.
We're getting shamed.
Hold it for a count of 5.
Like
1,
any guy would.
2,
Don't you
3,
slut shame me.
4, 5. Okay, now go stand in the foyer and say, I'm ready now. Shame on you.
You were the one waxing poetic about his ass and his thread count.
And how good he smelled, and how it was raising primordial memories in you.
Okay? If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna ride him like a pony into the sunset.
I don't think I like that.
Oh, this is why Valentine's Day is amazing.
I'm not gonna half-ass this.
No way. Daddy arises from the couch with a single fluid motion. It's
Now Betty
marvelous.
rises.
It's marvelous. Just watching him walk towards you. You wave the white rose around in what you hope is an inconspicuous manner. In your mind's eye, the white rose becomes a white flag, a sign of surrender. You scold yourself. You scold yourself.
Oh, I didn't know that. It's not really a lie. No, don't think like that. Also, gross.
He holds the door open and says, I'm parked out front. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
That's a great option, but I'm positive it's a game over.
Good, now I know where he's parked, I can have his car. I'll never find the body. No, let's go with B.
Okay.
I at least want dinner out of this.
That's pretty much what we were saying, Bella, is that's what this is, the predecessor of Dream Daddy.
We were the ones who decided to call them daddy because we're real fucked up.
Solar has a daddy fetish.
Think that I'm funny?
Yeah, Solar has a daddy fetish too, so.
Oh, I don't have a daddy kink. I just think it's funny.
No, Rissa's pretty turned off by the daddy kink.
So anyway, we go out to the car. His car is a 2-seat. Oh boy, Solar's triggered.
Yeah, you did just out them.
Yeah, you can't just be doing that.
She's already done that. Oh, here we go. Here,
Oh, wow.
here we
Okay.
go now.
Way to go, Bella.
Here we go.
We're the only people who don't have a daddy fetish. Chibi, daddy fetish, yay or nay?
I'll have you know
Oh,
that I don't have a mommy fetish either to go with my lesbianism.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad for that.
oh boy. His car is a 2-seat convertible of some kind. It looks faintly familiar, but you're not sure where you've seen it before. In a movie, perhaps? You ask him what kind of car it is. Oh, that. It's not really the best choice, but my BMW's in the shop.
Oh, but what kind of car is that? It looks familiar somehow.
Well, that's a nice compliment. A buddy of mine was opening up a fiberglass shop, and I figured I'd help him test out the new equipment. So I whipped up a replica of an AC Cobra. The sleek yet brutal appearance of the vehicle impresses you.
It's very nice.
You admit? The car is certainly exciting in a faintly menacing way. Thanks, but I really should have taken a little bit more time. As you can see, the doors stick a bit.
It's pretty impressive.
He's telling us he just built a fucking car?
He built the body.
What a fucking braggart.
I would like to know what the chassis and engine is. But anyway, it's very nice.
Okay.
It's very nice anyway, sweetheart.
Sure enough. He starts up the engine. It roars to life, then settles into a heavy, throbbing rhythm.
Yeah, I'll bet.
You can
Very
feel
nice, Solar.
You can feel the steady beat of the cylinders in your tush. You experience a sudden attack of panic.
Oh my god, he's into anal.
Whoa, wait, where'd you get that from?
Heavy, throbbing rhythm. In
Oh.
your tush.
Oh, you mean the author. Not Daddy. We don't know anything about Daddy yet.
Look, it's talking about Daddy. I feel like this is foreshadowing. He's gonna try to fuck us in the ass.
I think you're reading too much into it. You're not gonna drive too fast, I hope.
Daddy tosses back his head whimsically. Oh no, I don't need that. I take this thing down to the track every couple weeks. I feel safer there than on the highway with some of the nuts we have on our roads. You both laugh lightly, and you relax. Okay, the restaurant's about 20 minutes
Jesus,
away.
Solar.
I'm afraid it gets a little noisy in an open car like this, so is there anything you want to say before we leave? His playful grin melts your heart.
It does not. I'm gonna say just the, okay, let's go.
Now show me what this baby can do.
Oh, okay, we're gonna get in a car accident and die. But, okay, B.
B. Very bold, but it so happens that this is an old-fashioned kind of guy. You know, men, you can't come on too strong right away. You've worried Daddy a little bit,
Oh, I hate that sentence.
but he's a resilient fellow, and he'll bounce right back.
Shake it up, bad girl, Daddy.
Oh, no!
Oh,
No!
Uh-oh.
Solar, I also need you to stop, please.
Daddy Sanchez.
Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I love Valentine's Day. Just try to take it a little easy, okay? Let him do his number. Don't forget what's going on here. It's the battle of the sexes. Let him reveal his battle plan. Then we will fight them on the beaches. We will... sorry, I got a little carried away. Oh dear. That was a man who said that, wasn't it? Oh well, strategy is strategy. Welcome to the peak of our dynamic, Bella.
Yeah, whenever Rissa guests, it turns into this.
You want... Yeah, I redirect you to Pikmin. Again, like I always do at this
I
point.
bring the fun.
Yes.
No, gross. You guys set each other off in the weirdest way.
I'm fun and you're a stick in the mud.
I'm just trying to get through this.
That was-
Beautiful, wonderful stick.
That was established in the very beginning of this whole thing.
No, you were just picking at your gross lips. Get away from me. I don't want whatever lives in there to get on me.
You have been kissing me the entire time I've had this.
Yeah, but you weren't picking.
Chibi, are you just noticing the Kuros here?
Hi, Chibi.
Our voices may sound similar through a headset.
Okay. Daddy's powerful car hugs the road and leaps eagerly from curve to curve. It's not that Daddy is driving fast, mind you. You've been covertly glancing at the speedometer, and it seems he never exceeds the speed limit.
Wait, really?
But when the speed limit changes,
Boring.
the car seems to react instantly. And when you go into a corner, Daddy doesn't slow down. Oh
I
my.
don't like that sentence either.
hugs and leaps eagerly from curve to curve, you say?
That's a pretty good sentence.
And when you go into a corner, Daddy, don't slow down, huh?
No, that's not a good sentence.
I'm not driving too fast, am I? I can tone it down if you'd like, he shouts over the blast of the slipstream.
I mean, if we're literally not even going over the speed limit at all, then this is fine.
Yeah, this is fine.
My hair's gonna be all messed up, but whatever.
Oops. You pull into the restaurant. It's located in what appears to be a very old house that has been refurbished, probably at great expense. The sign outside identifies it as Le Gastronome en Extase.
You wouldn't pronounce the final E, but other than that, your pronunciation was really good.
We're gonna eat gnome excrement?
No.
Would somebody like to run the Google Translate or something?
Solar, do you know enough French for this?
Oh yeah, Solar should... Pretty sure Solar does enough French. Chibi, I don't like your reaction.
We're gonna eat gnome poop.
No, stop it. Gastronome.
Is it snails?
No, that's escargot, remember?
Oh.
Yeah, that's escargot.
Solar, be the one to Google this for us.
Yeah, I need to know what this is. The Gastronome en Extase, huh?
Gas in excess?
No, gastronome is like a food word. It's got gastro in it. I just don't...
If I were guessing, I would honestly go with the gas track.
Alright, fine, I'll Google
Here, I
it.
got it.
No, I'm faster.
Yeah, come on.
Whatever.
This is taking a while here.
Gastronome, a gourmet.
A gourmet, okay.
Ecstasy.
Oh.
A gourmet in ecstasy?
Yes.
All right. It's not bad.
If I don't orgasm with every bite of my food, I'm suing for false advertising.
Well, okay.
Daddy leaps from the car and circles around to hold open your door. This takes a little bit of struggling since, as we've already noted, the doors on this car stick a bit. We've got reservations for 6:30. Well, good timing. It's just a few seconds after 6:29. You enter the restaurant, and for the first time, you notice that Daddy is strutting somewhat proudly. You ponder this for a moment, and watch him as his eyes survey the place. Then, you realize what's going on.
He's a guy.
He
so
owns
that's
it?
what he does.
There's a gleam in his eyes. It seems like a challenge to all those who are assembled in this restaurant. He's saying, "Look what I brought. Look at this woman and marvel. I found her. And that's why she's here with me, not you." Oh, man. You really hate this, don't you?
Okay. I'm not too proud to admit that on the one hand, gross. But on the other hand, it's a little flattering.
Look
If I was
at the chat.
Yikes. Comparing him to a gorilla. If I was with a girl and the girl looked genuinely like proud to be with me in public, I would find it flattering.
I don't know. I feel like there's a difference between like looking proud of your company and strutting around like a peacock.
Well, I mean, how else can you express that physically?
Why do I feel like his cock will be strutting soon enough?
Yikes.
I'll go with C. Maybe I'm reading a little too much into his strut. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let it go.
It may well be so. Maybe you're interpreting his actions incorrectly. Or maybe you are projecting your inner complexes upon him in some way. Maybe you have a secret desire to be dominated? Maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe you're just plain wrong about his strut. Maybe I'm wrong and shouldn't try to psychoanalyze people. Maybe we better just see what happens next.
This was all uncomfortable, and I'd like to move past it.
Yeah.
I will not be dominated by somebody named Daddy.
That's the only person to be dominated by.
Absolutely not. If you ever think I'm going to call you Daddy, you are sorely mistaken.
Well, of course not. I'm not a daddy. But if you were, like, with someone who was, then yeah.
No, I'm going to put on a strap-on and peg his ass.
All I have to say is Haley Kiyoko.
Yes, I do not consider her a daddy.
She is the lesbian daddy. If anyone is, it's her.
Do not insult her like that.
Like, she doesn't know. Like, she wouldn't wear that with a badge of pride. Like, yeah, she's the most awkward person in the universe in real life. But her stage persona, absolutely.
This her daddy's just so sleazy.
Yeah, that's what sex is.
No, sex is not sleazy.
Some of it is.
Yeah, sexual assault.
Not actually, I'm uncomfortable, yuck kind of sleazy. But, the thing of, this is something that our culture deems, secretive and...
What other kind of sleazy is there?
I think our definitions of the word have, different connotations. I don't think sleazy is that bad. I think you are taking it... I think when you think of the word sleazy, you're thinking of stuff that's, bad, wrong, illegal, no. Whereas I'm thinking of stuff that's, a little dirty. I think that's where this particular miscommunication is coming from.
Sleazy is associated with drug dealers and whatnot. Not people who have consensual sex. Those are normal people who have consensual sex.
I mean, I don't know. That word just isn't so awful to me. That's just how I learned the word. It doesn't bother me that much. Where were we?
Would anybody in chat like to weigh in on this?
Yeah, how bad is the word sleazy?
The maitre d' approaches you and addresses Daddy with a pronounced French accent. Okay, I don't know if I can do this very well.
Have a reservation, sir.
Jesus, babe.
Thank you. Oui, nous l'avons, replies Daddy. The maitre d' grins. The two proceed to banter in French for a short time, after which you are led to your table and handed your menus. You glance at the menu, noticing there aren't any prices on your copy, and say,
You seem very comfortable with French. Where did you learn it?
Well, my family lived in France for a while, quite close to the Riviera, in fact. Lovely country, lovely climate, too.
Sounds lovely. Where do your parents live now?
My parents are no longer...
Oh, I am so sorry. What happened?
The
6
past,
feet under?
the past is the past. I'd rather not go into it. Perhaps someday we can discuss it. But for now, let's enjoy our meal.
Oh my god, he killed his parents.
We got some Lizzie Borden stuff going on, huh?
That's where he got all of his money. The inheritance.
Oh, dark.
He murdered them for insurance.
That's one hell of a theory. He tries to maintain a stony expression, but you notice the pained furrowing of his brow. Hastily opening your menu, you exclaim,
There sure seems to be a good selection, doesn't there?
You feel crass and heartless. You know there's no way you could have known, but you feel bad anyway. Looking up from the menu to gauge Daddy's reaction to your last outburst, you see that he seems much more relaxed now. Maybe he really does have the ability to bury the past. He says, Yes, they have a fine selection, and it's always prepared to perfection. Have you decided what you're going to have?
Well, since you seem to know this place, why don't you just pick out something that you know is really special? Oh no.
Ah, I know just the dish. At that moment, a waiter appears. He's a tall, wiry fellow with a thin mustache gracing his bony face. Are we ready to order?
We're ready to order.
Daddy looks up at the waiter with a start and asks, Lions?
Lyons.
Lions?
Why, yes. How did you know?
Your accent. Just a guess. It's harder to pick out when somebody's speaking English, but, well, I got it right after all. Did you ever visit Bistrot Chez Louis? The two chatter for a while about their exploits in Lyon. But finally, the waiter notices the critical gaze of the maitre d' and repeats, "Are we ready to order then?" Daddy replies, "Por no, numero cinquante." The waiter bows slightly and scurries away.
What did you order?
Oh, get ready. Get your taste buds ready for the experience of a lifetime. French restaurants aren't known for their pasta, but this is an incredible concoction of fettuccine verde avec jambon et fromage. Omelette du fromage. I mean, what? It's not the basics that make this dish special. It's the spices. I've had this dish many times, and for the life of me, I can't figure out what the spices are. Oh, sure, I can spot the obvious ones, such as oregano and estragon. Pepper, of course. But there's something extra they add, and I just can't figure out what it is.
Salt.
Salt.
I hope that is she meant and taken as a joke, because that would be funny.
Like, I'm saying it as a joke.
Yeah, but is the author of this text game?
I don't know. I think this entire game is a joke.
Are we about to insult this man? Because I don't mean to. I think it I'm poking fun.
I'm really hoping it's a joke, but I'm going with salt.
All right, go with salt. Hope it's a joke.
Salt. Daddy looks at you in amazement. Salt. Salt.
Salt!
Somehow you get the feeling that you've insulted his intelligence. The rest of the evening goes by reasonably pleasantly, but after that, Daddy walks out of your life. It's not that Daddy doesn't like salt, you understand. It's just that any gourmet can identify salt with his tongue blindfolded. When you suggested salt, you insulted Daddy's prowess as a gourmet. It's hard to say how insulted he was, but maybe this is an indication. When he finally left you, his parting words were, "Good night, stupid." Maybe you should take that comment with a grain of salt.
Well, if you press page up, you can go back.
Yeah,
It's
let's...
supposed to be a joke.
It was a joke, you humorless dolt.
Yeah, let's step back in time.
The answer is B.
That's a considerate reaction. And let's face it, why get into a big debate when there's a yummy meal coming up? You and Daddy pleasantly chat about meaningless things as you await your meal. One thing catches your eye. Daddy surreptitiously picks up the wine list, and my eye is trained on my Discord right now. Scowls briefly, and deposits it on the table behind him. You don't comment on this. The waiter returns with 2 steaming plates. Oh, ooh, oh boy. Are we going to branch off here?
I mean, I want pasta.
Yeah, I don't care about the waiter. Who the fuck? I don't care about the waiter. Why would I want to know more about the waiter?
Although I would like you to do another playthrough of this and figure out if that goes anywhere.
I
Is he
can...
fucking the waiter? They seem to be chummy.
I will,
What did they change it to?
Good night, stupid. And nobody's going to have any context to this unless they were here.
We have 2 whole other guests.
Unless they were here. They will not know what went on here. Well, yeah, who cares about the waiter? Well, good company makes for good appetite, so you pick up your fork and attack the pasta with relish. No. The pasta doesn't have relish on it. You're relishing the pasta, okay?
Wow, she thinks we are stupid.
Your taste buds soar with ecstasy. The flavor centers of your brain are singing with joy. Even your gums are enjoying this.
This is quite good.
Daddy nods and continues eating. Little is said until you both finish eating. You have a strong urge to lick the plate clean. Well, was I right about that dish?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, sure.
You certainly were.
And Chibi Sprite has added secret salt to her name. Oh boy. Daddy orders dessert. The waiter brings you a tasty spice cake. No icing, not too sweet. A perfect sequel to the main course. You chat some more and linger dreamily over coffee. Daddy tells you that the waiter is personally responsible for making the coffee and that he makes the best coffee in the world. Sipping the hot, fragrant brew, you have no reason to doubt it. You are relaxed and happy. And it's not just the food that's making you feel this way. You're glowing with excitement. When Daddy speaks, you hang on his every word. Music is playing in your head. You're a little short of breath. Well, we have some theories going on here.
Solar thinks we're drugged.
Probably. The dude's a jerk who can't take a joke about salt.
No?
That was so worth it, though. For the we've already gotten mileage out of that one.
Yeah, that was a useful detour.
Oh yeah. All right.
I
So
don't know. I think we're just in love. I would say B.
B.
Yeah,
Yes. Here we go down that old roller coaster again.
Drugs.
Yes, Alpha Wit. It seems that old magic spell has once again grabbed you. Your heart is doing cartwheels. You have a desperate desire to get shipwrecked with Daddy on a desert island. Wow. Let's take a moment to catch our breath and think snuggly thoughts.
Yes, snuggly.
Solar? Yes, absolutely.
Good job, Solar. You're suddenly burning with curiosity. How is it that such a hunk is unattached? You deftly swing the conversation around to friends, trying to find out something about his last girlfriend, but it doesn't work. The waiter arrives with that little platter you always dread. He places it in front of Daddy. You quickly say,
So, what does my part come to?
"Thanks for the offer, but I can handle it. I just got a royalty check from my poetry collection."
You write poetry?
Yes. He reaches into the inner pocket of his suit and pulls out a billfold. And as he does so, a napkin falls out and flutters to the table. You notice that it's covered in ballpoint pen scribble.
Oh, I really want to wipe my mouth with it, but I know that's a game over.
We have a way to step back in time.
Yeah, right. What happens if we wipe our mouth with it?
We gotta know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Daddy snatches the napkin from your grasp and cries out, "What are you, some kind of nut?" And again,
Jesus, Solar.
that was a pretty rash reaction, Alpha Wit. He apologizes for his outbursts, but the evening's fun is quickly concluded. You're left standing outside your home with only your memories. But as the weeks go by, you come to the conclusion that Daddy wasn't serious when he apologized. Because on the weekly anniversary of your disastrous date, the mailman brings you a special delivery parcel postmarked London. Inside the parcel is a nut.
We couldn't have known.
I think you offended
Bitch.
him.
He's such a dick.
He's so easily offended. Anyway, what's that?
Daddy stares at the napkin in surprise.
Oh, shit.
He mutters. He smooths it reverently.
Wait, no, that's not what I meant.
It was too perfect. I'm keeping it.
It was good.
He smooths it reverently, folds it, and places it in his left pocket. That was a poem I was writing for my ex-fiancée.
Oh, shit.
You reply.
I did mean that one.
You notice that he's not looking at you. He's now looking through you, lost in some poignant reverie. When he comes back to reality, he speaks haltingly, and his pain is evident. Her name was Alice. I was going to ask her to move up the wedding date with that poem. It was going to be cast in a Shakespearean mode. I reread Romeo and Juliet, and I consulted with a local thespian company to check on the fine points. But never came to pass.
Ugh.
What happened?
Romeo and Juliet, really? That's not a love story, you fucking twat.
Yeah, it really isn't.
It's a cautionary tale.
It's a tragedy.
This is turning into one for sure.
God.
His head snaps up and he replies somewhat savagely. The past is the past.
It's the
I'd
second
rather
time he
not
said
go
that
into it.
about death.
Let's
I
blow
think
this.
he killed her too.
Let's blow this joint.
Oh my god, he killed them all.
He stands up, hurls some bills on the table, and gestures toward the door. You follow after him meekly, mumbling platitudes. Outside, Daddy takes a deep breath of fresh air. His dark mood has passed like a brief summer thunder shower. Let's head into town. I think Montreal has some of the best window shopping around.
Do we press him about the ex-fiancé? Are we excited about window shopping? Do we hate window shopping? If it's me, I would say, yeah, whatever, even though I hate window shopping.
We have a way to step back in time.
Yeah, no, let's go window shopping, because then I'll have more of a chance to find out about how he murdered his parents and fiance.
Enthusiastically, or we don't like it?
Well, if we tell him we don't like it, he's not going to go make us do it.
No, we're not gonna tell him. We just don't like it. We're gonna lie.
And
They'll all agree.
He's a sociopath. He's going to pick up on whatever you're feeling.
Yeah, no, we're gonna agree because we like window shopping.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not convinced he can't read minds.
Is that right, Solar? Awesome.
What'd you say?
Montreal has an underground shopping center.
Oh, neat.
There's something similar in Minneapolis.
Well, yeah, they're up north. They have to be underground and inside, otherwise you're gonna freeze to death.
Sorry if I snapped at you. I really loved Alice, you know. She was intelligent, she was witty, and she was beautiful. Oh, was she beautiful. He obviously realizes that he's putting you on the spot. Can you be as intelligent, witty, and beautiful? You try to come to his rescue by attempting to steer away from the subject. Even as you speak, you realize your approach just isn't quite right. But your emotions are in turmoil, and you're fighting a reckless urge to hug him and soothe his torment.
I highly doubt that.
I know a girl named Alice. Isn't it amazing the way there are so many weird coincidences in life?
Coincidences, yes. What is she like? You want to terminate this line of inquiry and move on to other subjects. So you deliberately play down your friend's charms.
No, she's dead, Solar. She's gotta be dead.
I mean, what he just said? Yeah.
Yeah, why would I do that?
Why would you downplay your friend's terms?
Yeah.
I don't know, just because I don't want to talk about it anymore. She's fine, nothing special.
Yeah, but why would I downplay her terms? What kind of a shallow asshole am I?
If it's a
One
game
who wants
over...
to talk about something else. What are we gonna, go into where she went to college and shit?
Well, that's not downplaying, and I don't have to brag her up. I just tell her about it and we move on. That
Fine.
doesn't mean I'm going to go on and on about her. It's just not going to downplay her.
Wait, did he say it didn't work out, or that she's just... Yes, he did not say dead, but this whole past tense thing, come on, Solar. She's super dead. Anyway, choice A.
Okay.
She's dead, and he buried her out back.
With his parents.
Why? Because... Oh, for fuck's sakes, why do I have to tell you these things? Look, when a guy loses a girl, as opposed to dumping her, he seeks to replace her with someone who's just the same. Any girl who has the same name has got a running start at winning his heart. But you're not being selfish if you prevent this kind of thing. A relationship based on the urge to relive the past is doomed to failure. Isn't this story educational? Well, now that you know all about that, let's see what you say next.
Oh, nothing special. Just a girl I know. She's okay, I guess. Not what you'd call beautiful by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I know a guy who would say she was... Jesus Christ, lady.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I know a few guys who would say she's a real dog.
Daddy jerks as if he's grabbed a wire carrying 10,000 volts. Don't you ever say that about anybody. It's just not fair to judge people that way.
Yeah, he's totally right.
Yeah, but what is this guy's story? Like, we have pieces,
I don't understand what's going on with this guy.
We have pieces, but what's his deal? Well, how do you think
He's a murderer.
Well, how do you think?
Probably unstable.
Well, how do you think we proceed with this?
Choice B.
Choice B?
No, I was promised a fiery Imbroglio.
Yeah, I know. We haven't seen it yet.
When do I get to ride his dick?
Oh, babe,
Okay.
don't. Anyway, choice B, please.
Choice B? Okay. Be patient, Karafawit. It'll become clear shortly. And when that happens, you'll find this guy even more attractive. Trust me. Have I lied to you yet? That you can detect... never mind. Rhetorical question. Behind the wheel of the car, Daddy brightens up considerably. As you charge down the highway, the crisp country air refreshes you. Still difficult to talk about the slipstream and the unmuted growl of the engine, but you can plainly see a smile on his face, which greatly diminishes your unease. And from time to time, he glances at you, and his eyes shine enchantingly. You settle back comfortably in the seat and watch the approaching lights of Montreal. You ponder the situation. The evening has been plagued by blunders, but surely you couldn't have known about his parents or his distaste for certain words. How does it all fit together? But above all, one question burns in your mind.
What do I have to do to ride him into the sunset?
So, A.
This writing is actually pretty funny.
Yeah,
I guess.
Okay,
it
what
seems
else?
like a game over, but
Okay,
she's
what
gonna
else
scold
is...
us for being a slut.
I don't care if he likes me.
Send me your nuts. Oh, that's you, Kuro.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, yes. Oh, this is beautiful. All right, so we've decided on skipping ahead, yeah?
We're gonna see what that does.
Hey, this is a carefully crafted narrative you're reading. It's designed to move in a carefully paced manner. This is quality writing, you know. Wait a sec. Are you sure you're not a guy?
Oh, I'm a girl. I'm just also a lesbian.
I think she's like insulting you.
Well, you know B's going to be a game over.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a girl.
Yeah?
It's true.
Well, just between us gals, there might be some action later on in the story. But these things take time.
Might.
Let's start by finding out...
I was promised fire. Anyway,
Let's-
Light him on fire. Oh my god, we have to light him. Oh my god, he's an arsonist. He's gonna lock us in his car that the door doesn't open, and he's gonna set us on fire because he's got another car in the shop. He's gonna kill us with fire.
wow, she's thought too much about this. Why would he? Ugh.
So you can
We're
see
not
in his...
gonna fuck, we're gonna burn.
So you can see in
She
his
looks
eyes that
Genuinely frightened.
You can see in his eyes he really likes you. He glares accusingly at the gas gauge, which is obviously not as close to empty as he'd like it to be. Oh, that's foreshadowing right there.
I don't understand that.
If he wants the car to stall out.
Oh, really?
Think about this very carefully. Stalled out in the middle of nowhere, right? Just him and a woman. With all we've heard tonight.
And then he's going to burn the evidence.
Yeah,
Oh,
with
Jesus
all we've
Christ.
heard, with all we've heard tonight, what's the conclusion, really?
Okay, if I saw, like, yeah, so a guy's acting kind of weird. I see him look at his gas gauge, and he looks unhappy.
He's
Uh-huh.
also got a hairpin trigger for anger.
I'm still not, you're assuming a thing that is, I'm assuming that the author made a typo.
Hmm. I mean, that's a pretty wide multi-click.
Jesus, Solar!
Wow. Wow.
See? She agrees with me, except for I think he's going to burn the evidence in his throwaway car that he built and is shoddy. The doors don't work. There's no reason she would put that in there. Twice she's noted it. That you can't get out easily, okay? That's foreshadowing. I'm a writer.
Hmm.
First of all, they. And second of all, you're crazy.
I'm not crazy.
You actually are crazy, but you whatever.
Switched watches, French pastries, Japanese bonsai, Indian carvings, Turkish rugs, and yada yada. Let's see.
Ooh, what a nice little doggy.
Let's move on. You deduce that Daddy is one of those fanatic cat lovers. Oh boy. That's so real. You
A
resolve.
dog killed his fiance.
You think?
Yes.
Hmm. And his parents?
Natural causes. Car accident, probably.
Any pet shops that... Well, that would explain why he never goes above the speed limit.
Yeah, I think his parents are probably just like car wreck, because that's why they went at the same time.
All of
He
a
goes on
sudden...
speed limit because he was trying to burn through gas. The longer it takes to drive, the more gas he burns through.
Actually, not correct. Your gas mileage is more efficient at lower speeds.
Only until a certain point.
So, all of a sudden, I find myself really fascinated here, like trying to piece this dude together. Parents hit a dog and they all died. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Let's go home then.
They were all in the car together.
Alright, so you resolve to ignore any pet shops that don't give prominence to adorable, cutesy, wootsy, itsy bitsy, snuggle, soft, huggable, playful, gallivanting kitty cats.
You made it.
Barely. His arm is slipped around your waist and all of that, and okay, now what?
Why are passerbys nodding at me? Who the fuck are they?
Oh, they want you too.
Are any of them cute girls?
It doesn't say.
I don't think we're very good at this game.
Well, since we have an instant step back in time thing, I just might have to continue this and dig
Willing to
through
bet
it.
spend another hour window shopping.
Okay. All right, if that's what you want.
No, that isn't what I want.
Wait, Solar, why is it a sex cult?
And the same stories, and now what?
How many more times will it let us do the hour?
No, I don't want to find out.
We get where this is going.
Okay,
So,
hey, I've got a good idea.
and there's a beautiful vase. Here, step into the doorway. You can see it better.
Oh my god, he's gonna kill us.
I guess you can't see it better from here after all. The lighting is terrible.
Yes, it's pretty dark here.
Yes. I don't think anybody could see anything in here, do you?
No, I don't think that anybody.
And here we go. His lips meet. Actually, no. You know what, Kuro, you're the fanfic writer. You should read this paragraph.
I don't want this.
I do.
Oh, gross.
His lips meet yours, and he holds you gently but firmly. He strokes your hair sensuously. You can barely hear his labored breathing over the hammering of your heart. The moment builds. You want him to hold you forever and ever. You squeeze him tightly, feeling his taut muscles yield in response, bringing you even ever closer.
Oh boy.
He's an exhibitionist.
Yes, go on.
Aw, she left me.
Oh, come on.
I think she's in the bathroom.
Ah. Oh, there's
She
more.
didn't walk away as soon as I started reading, though.
Oh, there's more here.
Your emotions are in turmoil. You feel that this is happening too fast, too soon. No, I don't. Part of you insists that you pull away, yet it feels so good. You want to be cautious, but no, this is real. This is wonderful. You press your lips against his with strong resolve and ever-growing passion. His grip relaxes slightly, and his burning lips move to caress your forehead. He gazes down into your eyes.
Well,
He says inadequately. Yes, well, you agree. A sudden thought occurs to you, and you glance out into the street. It's not as dark here as I thought.
shall we go back to my car then? Oh, well, obviously Solar has chosen X.
Let's go to the car. Let's go to the car.
To the car. The evening's chill is setting in as you stroll back to the car. Daddy draws you closer and you enjoy sharing the warmth. The lights of Montreal are sparkling magically. It's as if you're seeing them for the first time. You feel full of giddy energy.
What shall we do next?
A movie perhaps?
He's exhibitionist, so we could probably fuck in the theater.
Fuck in the theater?
I'm sorry, Solar? Shove your dick into my guts.
Okay, so the theater?
Yeah, no, we're going to a theater.
Theater. Which one? Daddy just happens to have today's newspaper in the car and points out some films that are playing close by. Cannibal zombies, start your chainsaws. Flash Jet Blast meets Dagger Lord. Cute kitty cuddles catches cold in Kalamazoo. The pensive haunting wanderlust of the twilight of life. The return of the brash unbridled vixen nymphettes.
Well, I know what I want to see.
I know what you want to see. Is that what we're going to see?
No. We already got Totally Likes Cats. Let's go with C.
Okay. What's the real letter?
I want to go with E.
Yeah, exactly. It says here, coming soon to a theater near you, and it gives the time as only 3 minutes from now. Flashing red light. Uh-oh. We just got pulled over. I think I'll just let Daddy do the talking.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go serious here?
You can talk to the mean police officer, Daddy.
So we're gonna say B.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like that. I don't like that you said that.
No fire, sir. I was just... Well, there's no excuse. It's just that... Well, we were going to see cute kitty cuddles catches cold in Kalamazoo. But starts in... Yeah, go ahead.
But that starts in only 2 minutes. You two had better get going.
Thanks, officer. Oh, boy.
Why does it keep offering to tell me about secondary characters?
Because temptation. Trying to draw you into a game over. But here's the thing. There's no penalty. You can page up your way back.
What happens if we talk about to the officer?
Shall we?
Yeah, she's probably going to yell at us. Not yelling.
That was no ordinary officer, you know. That was Sergeant Jake Barnes. Who is Sergeant Jake Barnes? Well, Sergeant Jake Barnes is an all-around swell guy. A real family man, involved in the local Rotary Club. His wife does work for charity. His son George flings a mean football, and his daughter Brenda, now in college, was recently given a big award for demonstrating the link between the theory of relativity and the street map of Montreal, 1972 edition. But that's not all. Sergeant Jake Barnes seems to have an air of mystery about him. There's an element of arcane in his manner. And what is his secret? Hell, I don't know.
Well, we tried.
Just kidding. Actually, Jake Barnes is one of the world's top amateur pump experts. You name a pump. Impeller, reciprocating, electrostatic, hydrofundibular, paratechnubular, whatever. Isn't that great? Isn't that exciting? Isn't that just so... Okay, so it's not that interesting. But take my word for it, Jake is one heck of a nice guy. Now on to the movie.
Well, I need to get ready and leave for work.
Oh, you can't leave me here like this.
I would like it if we stopped so that I could continue with this another time. I have off all next week. I could crash your guys' usual Thursday stream.
Our usual Thursday stream is going to be us going out for dinner and board games, remember?
I don't know. We could reschedule it for another time. I don't know.
I'm fine with that. We got what we wanted.
I have a whole week open.
I'm fine with that. We got what we wanted out of Valentine's Day, after all.
Sure did.
So we can figure out the next night then and carry on from there.
Yeah, can you save state this?
I cannot, but I can certainly recreate it because I was gonna get screenshots of all the branches that we didn't do. And anybody who's watching this that wants to see more of it, go play the fucking game yourself. The screenshots are for the three of us.
Send me your nuts.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, so we will stop right here and I will keep notes of the path to recreate, and that'll be that.
Okay. Neato.
All right. Thank you guys very much. This has been, as always, a blast. And yeah, you know what?
This was fun. I'm sorry the episode is so short today.
You know what?
If I didn't have to make a living, we would keep going.
You know what? I like what Solar...
Indeed, Solar. In the immortal words of Natasha Mirage, good night, stupid.
Good night, stupid. And that's,
Good night, stupid.
you know what? It's for Alpha with Thursdays. It's not having Alpha Night anymore. It's good
I
night,
really
stupid.
do think it has to be good night.
It's good night, stupid.
I'm so glad.
That can be your sign off for all of your other streams, but for us.
Yeah, for us, we have to do this. All right. Until next time, whenever that'll be, good night, stupid.